YouTube world, Instagrams, wherever you're watching us from, welcome to the Adaptive and Teen CrossFit Open for 26.2. Yeah, you guys can cheer. It's a good thing. They must not be very excited for overhead walking lunges and a bunch of gymnastics. Maybe we should just do more wall balls. Anyone in here for more wall balls? I hear a bunch of yeses. We need more wall balls in the open. That's what I heard.
I'll tell Dave.
Yeah, we'll let them know. Guys, welcome. We are here at CrossFit Watchtower for 26.2. We have a great group of athletes for you today. We have two teen athletes, both in the 16 to 17 age category. First, we have Fiona Noyes over here. She took 4th in the Teen Games last year. We have Cole Sneller right here. Second, if I'm correct, at TFX. Second at TFX, so great athlete there. And then sitting down here, you don't want to stand up for everyone, Brandon? No, sorry. Oh, okay. Everyone else is standing. It's fine.
His legs are still tired from the wall.
Legs still tired from the wall balls. Got it. We have Brandon Mantz.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon.
Brandon has taken 3rd place at the Adaptive Games for 4 years in a row now. 4 years in a row in that bronze category, shooting for that, moving up the podium this year. Am I correct? We'll see. He's going for it. All right. So, guys, we have 26.2 coming at you today for our teen athletes. We have 80 feet in 20-foot sections of overhead walking lunges, 20 dumbbell snatches alternating, then 20 pull-ups. Then they'll come back and do 80 feet of dumbbell overhead walking lunges, 20 more alternating snatches, and then 20 chest-to-bar pull-ups. Then they'll come back to their dumbbell again. They'll do 80 more feet of overhead walking lunges, 20 more dumbbell snatches alternating, and then they'll head over to the rings here, and they will complete 20 ring muscle-ups. For Brandon in our seated 1 without hip category, he has 80 feet of a front rack dumbbell roll. And so for those of our seated athletes that haven't done this before, he's going to hold that dumbbell in the front rack and roll 20 feet, turn around, roll 20 feet back, and he has to keep that dumbbell in the front rack the entire time. He may switch hands anytime he wants to, but if the dumbbell ever comes down to his lap, he has to stop where he's at. Once he finishes his roll, he'll also have 20 alternating dumbbell snatches from his lap, 20 pull-ups, 80 more feet of the roll, 20 snatches, 20 chest to bar, 80 more feet of that roll, 20 snatches one last time, and then he'll move to the rings and finish with 5 ring muscle-ups. These guys have a 15-minute cap on this workout. It's going to be fun. I have a feeling, I was watching them do their pull-ups earlier, I have a feeling these guys are going to be very fast. So please stay tuned and watch them crush this workout. Before we get started, I'm going to let these guys get their head right, and Shannon's going to come out here and talk to you guys about quick starts.
We like to increase anxiety for as long as possible, so we're going to have them chill for a little bit. For adaptive athletes, just a gentle but firm reminder that if you email me with a stupid question that is answerable via reading the quick start, I will mentally shin shank you, even if you can't feel your shins. The quick starts has everything that you need to know. Please read, review, ask questions if it's not clarified, but reach out if there's anything that's not answerable on that you have an issue with. Matt Hotho with the Adaptive Athlete Podcast is going to be releasing a few helpful hints and some highlights. Please tune in to his account for more information. We'll chat more afterwards, but I want to get this workout started. Anything else?
No, guys, if you're looking for helpful hints, if you're looking for updates, it is a good idea to follow the Adaptive Athlete Podcast with Matt Hotho. He has been doing a phenomenal job, and we really appreciate getting information out to our adaptive athletes. Athletes, are we ready down here? That's a resounding no. That's what I heard. Yeah, no. All right, here we go. We're going to have a good time, 26.2. It's only fitness, but we're going to have fun doing it. Oh, yeah, one more.
Athletes ready.
Here we go. We're starting in 5,
3,
2, 1, and we're off to the races with these athletes. They're starting with 80 feet of overhead walking lunges for our teens and 80 feet of rolling front rack, dumbbell front rack for Brandon, our seated athlete. He has to get all 4 wheels past that 20-foot line for it to count. And he is making quick and short work of those rolls. Brandon already on his dumbbell snatches. We have Fiona and Cole going for their second lap of those 40 feet. No sign of slowing down on these overhead walking lunges for these 2 teen athletes. These athletes are taking on this workout. They're barely able to drive, but they are smashing these overhead walking lunges and dumbbell snatches. Fiona making quick work of these snatches. Cole right behind her getting ready to finish up his first round of lunges. They must get both feet completely across that 20-foot mark. And that dumbbell has to stay overhead till they stand tall and finish. Brandon onto his first set of pull-ups. Already on pull-ups, he is 1 minute and 24 seconds in. Going into his first set of the gymnastic movements for him, that is going to be chin over pull-ups. Brandon making some smart moves, breaking up these early sets of gymnastics, leaving some strength in his arms for when he gets to those muscle-ups, and he will get to those muscle-ups. Fiona onto those pull-ups. Just crushing through butterfly pull-ups. She has 20 of them. And Cole off the dumbbell onto his first set of gymnastic movements for his chin over pull-ups. These athletes doing the smart thing and breaking those gymnastics up early, saving some of that strength and energy for when they get to the harder gymnastics movements. Because once they get through these 20, they'll go back on the lunges, back to the dumbbell, and then chest to bar pull-ups for all 3 of these athletes. Here comes Fiona onto her lunges. Brandon onto his front rack roll. Cole not far behind, coming up on his lunges. Brandon making these front rack rolls look deceivingly easy. They are not. They take quite a bit of skill, coordination, balance. You know, those 10 general physical skills we sometimes talk about within CrossFit, which mimics really well the balance, coordination, you know, all the other things you need for overhead walking lunges. Brandon on his second set of snatches. Fiona on 60 feet overhead walking lunges, coming back to finish out her 80 for her second set to go into her chest to bar pull-ups. Brandon making those dumbbell snatches look real easy. Cole on his 60 and 80 foot overhead walking lunges. Fiona on her second set of 20 dumbbell snatches. Brandon showing no sign of slowing down on those snatches. Let's see how quickly he gets to those chest to bar pull-ups. And Brandon at 3:58 unofficially going into his chest to bar pull-ups. Fiona not slowing down on those snatches, just staying consistently, getting that dumbbell up overhead and locked out. Cole on to his second set of 20 snatches. These guys are very close. Now on these chest to bars, they actually have to touch their chest to the bar. You'll see Brandon slamming his chest onto the bar. And look at that coordination between him and his handler. For our seated athletes, they are allowed to have a handler to help move their chair around. They can't assist in the movements, but they can assist with pulling that chair in and out for things like pull-ups, muscle-ups, etc. Fiona smashing through these pull-ups, making them look easy. Cole just moving through those dumbbell snatches. Brandon breaking up these 20 chest to bar pull-ups. If I was a bet man, I'd bet he's saving all that arm energy for the muscle ups on the last round. He has 5 to finish. Fiona and Cole have 20 when they get there. We're not even at the halfway mark, and these guys are flying through. Fiona off of the chest to bar pull-ups so quickly at 5:37. She's going to take a quick break to make sure her hair looks nice, and then she's going to grab that dumbbell and send it. Overhead walking lunges one last time. Brandon chipping away at those chest to bar pull-ups. Fiona not taking a break in between lunges, just going straight for it. Just a quick hand switch and then back down that 20-foot section. Fiona making quick work of her last set of overhead walking lunges. She has one more 20-foot length, and she is done with those lunges and on to her last set of dumbbell snatches. A few more chest to bar pull-ups for Cole, a few more chest to bar pull-ups for Brandon, and they'll be on to their last set of their 20-foot sections. Fiona on to her final set of 20 dumbbell snatches. Not even at the halfway point here yet, folks. We're only at 7 minutes and 14 seconds, and they are crushing it. Cole has his last set of overhead walking lunges coming in right now. Getting that dumbbell up overhead. And stepping on into his final 80 feet. And a quick no rep for Cole. Just got a little off balance here. He's going to pick it back up and send it on this last set. Fiona getting ready to finish her 20 reps. She's done with her final set of dumbbell snatches. She is on to her ring muscle ups. And here comes Brandon onto his final roll. 80 feet, final roll. Cole's got that dumbbell back up and overhead, and here we go. Fiona has 20 ring muscle ups to finish. Brandon and Cole finishing up their 80 feet. And Fiona making quick work of these ring muscle ups. Taking on a couple at a time. Here comes Brandon to finish up his roll into his last set of dumbbell snatches. Brandon has 20 dumbbell snatches and 5 muscle ups to finish. Fiona has around 17 muscle ups left to finish. All these athletes have 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes. Cole recollected himself, now making fast work, easy work of these lunges. 1 length down, 3 to go. Brandon making quick work of the dumbbell snatches, not slowing down, not stopping. He's one to get to those 5 ring muscle ups and finish. Fiona slowly but surely chipping away at her ring muscle ups. Brandon done with his dumbbell for good. Here we go, on to the ring muscle ups for Brandon. Guys, these are basically strict muscle ups for our seated athletes, which is one of the reasons we bring them down from 20 to 5. I don't know if you've ever done strict ring muscle ups, but they are way harder when you can't kip or use your hip. Cole has 2 lengths left of his walking overhead lunges. got?
7. 7.
12 ring muscle-ups left for Fiona to finish this workout. 1 20-foot length of the overhead dumbbell walking lunges for Cole before he's onto those ring muscle-ups behind Fiona. Brando onto his ring muscle-ups. These athletes have just under 5 minutes remaining to finish this workout.
Yeah, buddy.
10 muscle-ups left for Fiona. Halfway through with these with 5 minutes to go. Oh, she's gonna finish. Brando making quick, one of these muscle-ups at a time. Here comes Cole, finishes his overhead dumbbell walking lunges onto his last set of snatches with 4 minutes to go. Three ring muscle-ups to go for Brando. He just needs less than 1 minute to finish this thing out. Here we go. Muscle up for Brandon, squeaking it out. Number 3. He has 2 muscle-ups left. Fiona with under 10 muscle-ups remaining. Cole trying to catch up on these dumbbell snatches. 10 dumbbell snatches left for Cole before he's onto those ring muscle-ups. Fiona with around 6 ring muscle-ups left to finish this workout. She has 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Here goes Brandon on ring muscle-up number 4. Can he squeeze it out? And number 4. He has 1 remaining. Brando has 3 minutes. 1 ring muscle-up to finish. Brando's time is going to be a tough one to beat for our Senior 1 athletes. There's a reason why he's placed 3rd place for 4 years straight in the Adaptive CrossFit Games. We have 4 ring muscle-ups left for Fiona. 4 ring muscle-ups. She has just over 2 minutes to finish with 4 ring muscle-ups. And Brando down there finishing under 13 minutes on this workout. Three left for Fiona. 2 left for Fiona. Here comes Cole onto his first set of ring muscle-ups. Fiona has 2 left, 2 minutes to go. Let's see if Fiona has 2 left. 1 remaining. She needs to lock it out. Unofficial time of 13:28 for Fiona Noyes. Cole has 90 seconds to get as many of these ring muscle-ups in as he can. Come on, Cole. Sets of 2, breaking these down. We have just over 1 minute. 1 minute, 5 seconds remaining for Cole to get as many of these muscle-ups as he can. Everyone here cheering on Cole big time, wanting to get as many muscle-ups as possible. He's around 16 left to finish the workout. He has 45 seconds left to do it. We have 20 seconds left for Cole. We need to get him 1 or 2 more. Let's go, Cole. Get 1 more in here. Let's go. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time.
Man, that's awesome. That was really cool to watch. It is the mark of an amazing athlete to hurt and keep going. And I think that speaks volume to all of us. You know, the world is going to change by people who can do hard things and by these kids who just keep going. And by the entire adaptive community who life has dealt them a hard hand and they keep on going. Kevin would say, and they keep on rolling, but that's him. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to break for a little bit, and then we'll chat with these athletes.
Give me a 5-second. All right, guys, welcome back to the 26.2 Teen and Adaptive Open live announcement. We got our 3 athletes here who just absolutely crushed that workout. Guys, give me your initial thoughts on this workout. How did it feel? Better or worse than 200 some odd wall balls?
Better than that, different though. Yeah, for seated, I think it's really the gymnastics is where it's make or break on this one.
I mean, I love wall balls, so I kind of prefer 26.1 to this. But this was fun. It was different. It was entirely upper body. So, yeah, they were both good. I don't know.
I would say that this is most definitely better than 26.1. I'm more of a gymnastics athlete, so this was way better than the hundreds of wall balls.
So going into that workout, give me a view into your brain. What was your strategy going into it, and did you hold that strategy through the workout, or did you get into the workout and go, no, that strategy was dumb, just send it?
I had a strategy to break up the pull-ups early, which I did in the first round, and I did 3 sets, which normally I was thinking about going just 2 sets, but it really caught up to me on the chest to bars, just like a very explosive movement without having hips or abs to get that chest all the way up to the bar. And so those broke down a little bit earlier than I had anticipated. So, and I got a few no reps. And so then I had to kind of really scale that back and then go with adversity and then keep cruising through and hammer out the muscle ups.
Originally when I saw this workout, I was like, oh, I'll go and broken on the pull-ups. And then I very quickly, or my coach very quickly told me that that was a terrible idea, so I did not do that. So yeah, I broke everything up early and did 2s on the muscle ups the entire way through, which I mean, it worked. I finished, so I'll take it.
I was mostly just trying to move through the lunge and the snatches, just slowly move through them and then destroy the gymnastics. But my lunge started to fall apart, so that was like the breaking point for me, and it slowed me down quite a bit.
So last week we had wall balls, box jump overs, box step overs with a med ball. This week we have overhead lunges, dumbbell snatches, lots of gymnastic movements. What are you guys hoping to see for week 3?
A barbell.
Anything but wall walks, literally.
A barbell.
All right, you heard it here. If there's no barbell in week 3, Brandon's going to tip me out of my chair. Cole's going to come over and steal it. It's going to be a fun time for everyone. Guys,
Well, I am campaigning to be the new CEO of CrossFit, so I just want to put that message out there. One of my first order of business is to fire Kevin. So if that's also in your best interest, vote for me for CEO of CrossFit. Thank you.
all right, we'll see how that works out for me. But guys, thank you so much for being here for week 2. Thank you for throwing down with us. Thank you for those who are watching online. They put on a great show. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next week for 26.3.